With your first news at 10 Sports, here's JT Faribault.
It was a comeback of the ages for North Dakota State last weekend, scoring 2 touchdowns and recovering an onside kick to turn things around, all within the final 2 minutes of last weekend's game against East Tennessee State. The Bison looked to keep the good times rolling against Towson in the Fargo Dome this afternoon. It was the Tigers' first ever trip to the Fargo Dome, and this was a 3-3 game until Marty Brown powers in for 6, pushing the herd back in front, just getting across the goal line. It's 10-3 North Dakota State. A few possessions later, special teams making an impact. After a blocked punt earlier in the frame, true freshman Jackson Williams, look at this guy. He gets the wheels churning. It's a 67-yard punt return for the score. He goes all the way, and that's his first career touchdown. That gets the Fargo Dome on its feet. It's 17-3 Bison. And there was a little bit more action before the break with 23 seconds to go in the half. All darts from Cam Miller. This one's a bullseye to Bryce Lance. North Dakota State up 24-3 at halftime. They'd cruise to victory in this one. 41-24 is the final. UND closed out its non-conference schedule today, hosting San Diego, and San Diego started this game off doing what UND likes to do, and that's controlling the time of possession. Grant Sargent finds a wide-open Cole Monarch to put the Toreos up 7-3. Then how about this? In the second quarter, Sawyer Seidel, the redshirt freshman, sees some room up the sidelines, and he is off to the races. It's a 70-yard house call to get UND going. It's a 14-10 ball game until this. Simon Romfro finds Bo Belquist wide open. The Bison would have, the Fighting Hawks, would have a huge third quarter. A 41-yard TD helps put that game out of reach. UND goes on to win 41-24. The University of Mary football team is back at the Community Bowl for the 3rd time in 4 weeks. It was a heartbreaking loss last weekend for the Marauders on the road, losing by 2 at Sioux Falls. The Marauders hosted Minnesota Duluth this afternoon, and the Bulldogs on their first drive. This pass is going to be caught underneath, but how about that hit by Trayton Hortzman? UND will get no point off that drive, and I'm sure that fellow will be sore tomorrow morning. Duluth leads in the second quarter. Bulldogs QB Jacob Eggart will get sacked right here by Christopher Federico. It stops the Bulldogs in their tracks. With it again, Kyle Walls-Jamsper is going to find a hole and break away for the score. This puts UMD up 14-0. This one's all Bulldogs. 43-7 is that final. The Beavers traveled to Mankato. They'll drop to 3-1 on the season after a loss to the Mavericks. UMary's volleyball team hosted Southwest Minnesota State, who's 5th in the nation. SMSU up early in the first set, but UMary's Charlie Blackman, how about that? She slips one over the net, and the Marauders get the point. Second set now, SMSU up 20-13. Sorry, Kuehl will block a spike and then get the kill. It's a nice play from the Mustangs. Marauders setting up a return. Gabby Caskey, she's going to bounce one off a Mustang. That drops for a kill for her. The Mustangs will cruise to victory in this one, though. They win in 3 sets. In other NSIC volleyball, Minot State loses in 3 sets against Augustana. In college hockey, the Marauders beat the visiting Tetons 9-1 at Starion Sports Complex. The Bismarck Bobcats began their season against a new Central Division foe. Bismarck sweeps the weekend series with a 4-3 win over the Watertown Shamrocks. In WDA boys soccer, Minot beats the visiting Midgets 7-0, and Jamestown stays undefeated on the season, beating Williston 5-0 to move on to be 12-0. In boys tennis, Mandan beats Bismarck High 6-1 after losing their first match of the year yesterday to Minot. In girls swimming, Legacy dominates the border battle, finishing nearly 30 points in front of second place Horace. And in cross country, the Demons dominate at the Valley City Blue-White Invite, taking first in both boys and girls team scores. So, Emmeline, another busy weekend.
I was going to say, I don't think you could fit any more sports into your cast if you tried.
I try my best, but that's all we can get to.
That was a good job, JT.
Yep, thank you.
We'll be right back.